Well, I'm enjoying my drive around Minnesota again. This is a beautiful part of the country, and it's a lot of fun taking my car for a spin, and I'm looking forward to continuing to do this some more. Wait a minute. Well, there's somebody over there running. What the heck are they doing? I'm going to slow down and see what's going on here. Excuse me, sir. Sir,
Yes.
can you tell me why you're running?
I'm running for political office for District 24A House of Representatives.
Well, come on in here and sit down in the passenger seat and tell me all about it.
My pleasure. Glad to do that.
Your name is?
Bob Gunther.
Bob Gunther. Glad to meet you.
Good to meet you.
And once again, share with us why you're running.
I'm running so we can have more jobs and prosperity and economic development in southern Minnesota. And the only way we can do that is eliminate barriers for growth so we can have more prosperity, people make more money, and life will be really, truly good.
Awesome. Well, Bob, tell us a little bit more about that. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take a little spin while we're doing it.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Do you like my car?
I love it.
Yes, it's a new car. I'm kind of proud of it. Bought it right here in Martin County.
That's the only place to buy one.
Absolutely. So we're going for a little spin. Bob, now tell me, I know you're from here. Tell us a little bit about yourself personally.
Well, I've lived in Fairmont, Minnesota for 62 years, and I grew up here, went to high school here, and got married here, and I married the doctor's daughter. That's
Really?
30-something. And I have always enjoyed living here. It's a wonderful place to live and raise your family, and I think we got to all get a more positive attitude so we can have growth and prosperity in Fairmont, Minnesota, as well as the rest of southern Minnesota.
Well, awesome. Tell us a little bit about your, this isn't the first time you've run, correct?
No, I've ran actually 7 times.
Really?
I was elected in a special election. I replaced Gene Hugesson, the longest-lasting commissioner in history of Minnesota, I think.
And why did you choose politics? And you kind of told us a little bit before of some of the passions you have, but why did you choose to go into politics?
Well, I was a grocer, and a grocer's always around talking to people, listening to their concerns, and there's not a lot of difference between being a grocer and a politician.
I bet not.
So they asked me to do it after another fella said, no, I can't do it. So I said, fine, let's do it.
And tell us a little bit about your family.
Well, I have a wife, Nancy, and a daughter, Elizabeth, who lives in New York City.
Really?
And I can't wait for her to come home.
Absolutely. Now, is there a little difference between New York City and southern Minnesota?
Yeah, you know your neighbors in southern Minnesota.
Absolutely.
You know they're going to look out for you. New York City's getting better after Giuliani, but it's not quite what we have.
Sure. Now, when you're in the offices in the cities, do you work closely with other folks from representing southern Minnesota?
Absolutely. We have started a I-90 corridor group that has 28 legislators, and we primarily look at making sure southern Minnesota gets its fair share.
Awesome.
And we have 28 is more than the Minneapolis and St. Paul delegations put together, so we have a little more clout.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That sounds very exciting. And I'm going to let you get back to your running. Mm-hmm. And we're going to pull up here, and I'll let you off where I found you so you can get back to the same place you were running at. But, Bob, I have to ask you, I have one more corner to turn before I drop you off. Mm-hmm. Do I turn left or do I turn right?
You absolutely turn right in Martin County. It's the only way to go.
Thank you, Bob. This is Jeff Rouse from In the Passenger Seat.